Like the Florida game this weekend, right? Wasn't it Florida that gave away that game? Yeah, in the last second. All right, we've got some clouds around this morning. 55 degrees, the current temperature, east-northeast wind that's really, really light. So we've got a good mix of some 50s and 60s to start the game. 60 in Anniston, 57 in Gadsden, some mid-50s Coleman, Haleyville. So it looks like a lot of us now are down into the 50s. Birmingham, when I first came in this morning, we were in the mid-60s, so we've dropped quite a bit. So it is going to be comfortably cool to start the day with those 50s and 60s. But by the afternoon, dry, sunny, and warm with temperatures climbing into the mid-80s. So it is going to warm up quickly. We are going to get hot through the week ahead. We'll take a look at those numbers, look ahead to the weekend too coming up. Sarah? Man, all right, we've got numbers in the 50s and 60s to start the day, so it is comfortably cool. You might want some long sleeves at least for a couple of hours. By lunchtime, close to 80. Don't forget the shades, you will need those. And then by this afternoon, we are going to be in the mid-80s later on today, so short sleeves and shorts definitely in order for this afternoon. The heat is going to build through the week, but the humidity stays pretty comfortable. We'll look ahead to the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Really good looking weather for the week ahead, and looking ahead to the weekend too for the home games. There's a look all across central Alabama to start the day. We're at 59 degrees in Birmingham, so it is comfortably cool. 57 in Gadsden at this hour. Oak Mountain, we're at 64. And look at Haleyville down to 56, 57 in Tuscaloosa. So a lot of us are down into the 50s to start the day this morning. Here's a look at where we're headed though later on today. We're still going to see some 70s in some of the northern spots. I think the majority of us getting into the low and mid 80s, although West Alabama probably a little bit warmer, but 84 in the metro, some low 80s there in East Alabama. Samantha 85, Northport, Ralph, Foster's in the mid 80s, even some upper 80s though in a few spots. Duncanville 87, Brent 86. Some mid-80s there for West Blockton. Ashby, I think we'll get to about 86 degrees. All right, we're going to jump ahead to the weekend. The week looks very dry. It almost reminds me a lot of what we would see in October. Some very comfortable and pleasant mornings, dry and getting hot in the afternoons. And then by the weekend, we are above average. 91 for Saturday. Sunday, I think we'll be in the low 90s as well. Still sunny, hot and dry. And so the planner for Saturday, we're going to start off in the mid 60s, not too bad. 75 by 9 o'clock, some mid 80s though by midday, and then we're in the 90s for the weekend. So a gradual warm up, 86 tomorrow, 88 by Wednesday. By Thursday, I think there'll be a lot of us that'll be seeing those 90s by the afternoon with a high near 90 in the metro and then 91 in Tuscaloosa. For high school football Friday night, should be really comfortable. A little warm at the kick, 7 o'clock, some low 80s. You'll notice those some 70s at 7 for East Alabama, 77 in Anniston, 82 in Tuscaloosa, and then I think everybody falls into the 70s by 9.
Steph, it is a great morning.
We've got numbers in the 50s to start the day. We're at 59 degrees currently in Birmingham. Gadsden down to 57, a little bit cooler there in Talladega where the sun is now just starting to come up there. We've got a few clouds around, but overall plenty of sunshine as the sun does come up this morning. Haleyville, one of the cooler spots, as well as Coleman. We're down into the mid 50s there. Tuscaloosa at 57, so we've got some widespread 50s to start the day. It is going to warm up quickly though, not just today, but the next couple of days. Some mid 80s this afternoon, 86 on Tuesday with 88 by Wednesday. Very dry weather ahead too, and then it starts to get hot later in the week and over the weekend. We'll look ahead to that coming up. Sarah? All right, we've got some really nice mornings ahead this week. This morning being one of those where we've got a lot of 50s to start off with. So as you're heading out the door this morning, it is going to be pleasantly cool. Now the next few mornings we will see a kind of a gradual trend upward, but they're still going to be very comfortable even right through the end of the week. And then no rain expected either. Dry and sunny through the week ahead. Temperatures during the afternoons though will start to trend hotter, and so So we will go from high temperatures being below average to above normal toward the end of the week and over the weekend as well. Today, though, we will be in the low and mid 80s. If you're in the shade, that feels really pretty good, especially with the low humidity. If you're out in the direct sun for an extended period of time, it's going to get kind of toasty for you. 85 there in Utah, will be 84 in Barrie, Jasper 84, even some 70s still in some of the northern spots. 80 in Coleman. So in Coleman and kind of areas along the Highway 278 corridor, we'll likely spend the majority of the afternoon in the 70s. 84 there in Pell City and Sycamore, 80 in Lineville. All right, looking ahead to the weekend, we still got some home games this weekend. 91 both Saturday and Sunday, so still plenty of sunshine. Will likely be in the mid 60s in the morning and then warm into the 90s by the afternoon. So you'll notice Saturday morning at 766 will climb to about 84 by midday, and then still plenty of sunshine and dry with some of those low 90s heading through the weekend. 86 tomorrow, 88 on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we are climbing to 90 degrees by the afternoon, some low 90s in the western spots. And then for high school football, even though we're expected to be really hot in the afternoon, I think at kickoff we're at 81 and then dropping into the mid 70s by 9. So with the humidity remaining comfortable through most of the week, those